Good evening. It is that time. It is 9 o'clock on Thursday. And yes, I'm here. I decided to come back because the guy to my right is. I can't pass up the opportunity to talk garbage with Mr. Amaterasu, but I'm back for this week before I go back on vacation. I couldn't help myself. But hope you guys are doing well. It's Chop Gears yet again with Lime and Shorty and Amaterasu. Lime, go ahead, say hello.
Hello. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Shorty.
Hello.
Okay. And then, of course, Amaterasu. He doesn't have a camera because he's a loser. Ama, what's up?
Hi.
You're gonna sound nice and cute.
No, you.
Oh my god, Alma sounded like a teddy bear. Come on.
I demand that me and Ama get into a fist fight during the stream. Honestly.
Oh, we can do that at XP Evo.
Oh, true.
Cool.
Yeah.
You could sell tickets for that.
Oh,
We probably could. Boxing match between Ama and
content creation.
You destroy me in a heartbeat.
I'm down.
Me and my
The
frail
Evo
arms.
XP fight night. Armor versus Import. Dexter versus Shorty. No.
Why that one?
Shorty, better, don't die until that point before we talk about stuff like that.
No. That's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Totally right.
Well, I'm happy to be back. I hope you guys had fun last week with Chris and everything. Chris will be back next week, of course. He's kind of bummed that he didn't get to talk today because I pushed him aside, said, "It's my chair." But it's okay. So, all right. Well,
that's wrong. I just don't want to get canceled with you and Ama at the same time.
That's fair. I mean,
that's kind of why we got Armor today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Armor can get cancelled instead of us. Like, that's our strategy.
Today is how many. It's not how fast we can get canceled today. It's how many times we get canceled today. So,
and for how many things.
For how many things. So let's see how that's going to go with this first topic.
No. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Armor, you need to proper introduce yourself first.
Oh yeah,
true.
That actually
My
don't
bad.
know you.
Yeah.
What about
because who Omega Lol? Honestly, who are you?
Yeah, actually true. Okay. I'm a very long time Trackmania player. Recently started as a coach for Berlin International Gaming, and I don't know. Is there more?
And resident Mulder and Memer and Chatter.
You like drama?
Big chatter. Also, I love
Big
drama. I
He
don't
loves
like
drama.
I don't like being involved too much, but hey, that will change today.
That's a lie. Every time there's drama and it involves me, I got Ama peeking out in my DMs like,
that's not even a lie, probably.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Something's going on in Evo?
It's so funny that Arma asked, "Hey, I wanna be maybe a guest on the podcast, but only when there's drama." And then last week we decide, maybe in 2 weeks when Import isn't there, it's maybe good timing to get Arma on. Literally the next day, shit went down on Trackmania Twitter for multiple topics in the same day. Arma doesn't need drama; he can create it himself. It's like fate.
Oh, that was really funny though. Oh, everything just happened is so fun. Like literally, we had one of the most calm weeks ever, and then everything went down so fast. So we're now discuss that with our first topic, I guess.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, explaining why I'm back even. I'm technically on vacation, but I'm still at my house for right now. I don't leave until like next week. But there was campaign drama, changing of stuff drama, more drama in the background, and then I heard Ama was coming, and I was like, "Step aside, Chris. It's my time." So. All right. Well, yeah. Let's go into. It depends on how you view this, but it could be drama to you. It could not be drama. Phoebe, which personally I've kind of known that this is happening for a while. Phoebe is going to be in her last month of employment at Ubisoft Nadeo. She was a community manager, also did a lot of background office work for Nadeo, and she is going to be leaving. And in her place, we will get to that in a second, but I'll just go ahead and read the tweet that's up here. Phoebe tweeted on the 4th of April, which was 2 days ago. Last month of employment at Ubisoft Nadeo, and then said, some may have noticed I've become increasingly inactive and uncommunicative in the past months. 42 now, 43 soon, and due to personal health and well-being, I have decided it is my best interest to retire from the work indefinitely and avoid stressful environments. I'm no longer active within my functions, but will be around throughout April to help Scarzor transition into some of my responsibilities, blah, 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 blah. So Phoebe is out. Whether you like her or not, you cannot deny that Phoebe has done a lot of work for the community. Whether it's good or bad is everybody's different opinion. I believe that Phoebe did the work that she thought was right, and I believe that she did try her hardest and in the best interest of what she could. And in an extremely difficult position of dealing with a company that is incapable of dealing with criticism publicly and handling that and being essentially the siphon for that public criticism. On top of that, trying to relate and do all those things is not easy. So I respect her for the position that she held and for the work that she did. I don't know if I could even do it as much as I do Evo stuff, but I don't know if I could handle just constantly being berated on a daily basis for things that are out of my control kind of deal. So I respect her for that. And yeah, I mean, everybody has also their kind of weird quirks. I mean, I definitely think that Phoebe definitely had her Papega moments as well, as everybody does. I have mine, whatever. But like, yeah, outside of that, did a good job. So yeah. Anybody else have any comments about Phoebe? Let's have our eulogy for Phoebe.
I already tweeted on her post. She didn't like my reply, but it's okay.
I'm not salty. I'm salty. I'm not salty.
I'm not salty. I'm marinated, okay? Because she didn't like my no, but yeah, being a community manager. I mean, she was more than a community manager per se. It's a hard work trying to get the community get together, and in the past 3 years, we didn't really have like drama in between players and how they behave with each other, like you could see in other games. Like when I had trouble with someone, I was well handled, and now we're besties basically. I mean, that is a joke actually, but she did what she could in her position, and I think that it was more than enough. Besides what she posted on her personal account, that it's something else. But that's besides. But yeah, thank you, Phoebe, actually, for what I wrote on the tweet, taking care of me when I first started streaming Trackmania, and handled me a warm hand when I needed. It was really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I also responded on Twitter. I think I said I said what I think about her. I mean, obviously she had her fuck ups, but in that position, I think it's perfectly normal. Like everyone would have some fuck ups. Sure, there are some people with different opinions on her, but I do think that she did a great job overall, and she did do her best. I also always believed that she is doing what she believes is best, and yeah, I mean, I think that's all you really can say without going into like any deeper or specific topics. I just wish her best, and I hope that the decision to leave Nadeo is a good decision for her, and that it's that she gets well.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to, you don't have to say
If you
something.
want to, if you don't want to.
No. It's health related, right? So
Yeah.
I wish her all the best. But the health is going to
health
better places.
Always comes first.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't have much to say, honestly.
Health always comes first, which is exactly why I won't be gulping down the beer in one slurp. Thank you for that comment. I'm not gonna do that.
By the way, this is not vodka, it's just water. Yeah, saying that it's vodka on the
Yeah. It's
chat.
of course it's water.
I think
right?
chat is just really wanting us to see us drunk, and you're never gonna see me drunk. So sorry.
You're never gonna see me drunk either because I don't drink alcohol. I
I
just
don't drink
like it.
alcohol either. I'm not an alcohol
Oh,
drinker.
high five!
Yeah. Boop.
Yeah, definitely.
We can high five, shorty. We can.
Yeah.
Wait, any story about her? I don't really have one.
Of Phoebe?
Like I knew her from before she became a community manager or worked at Nadeo, and I liked her a lot more back then. But I guess that's more also because
I've
less
heard a lot of people say the
responsibility
same
and
thing. I mean, and I think it's gonna. Well, then that's a good thing, and maybe a good thing we can transition over to Scarzor. It's like when you go from being a friend to now having to
yeah.
work a job where you have to represent a company and be and play both sides, and eventually, overall, your job is going to take higher priority in that. It's going to be one of those things where it's going to be hard to be friends and do everything that's still going to make your friends still like you, I guess, in a way. There's going to be decisions. If your friends don't like you, that's your friends' issues. I'm sorry. But like if you are working, you have to make that as a priority. And some of the decisions and some things you have to do for your job is not going to be popular.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
and that's the most diplomatic way I can say it.
No.
So.
I'm very curious how it's gonna like work out with me and Scarzor now, because I consider him also a friend.
Right.
And I like to meme with my guy a lot. So we'll see how that will change and whatnot.
Yeah.
But for sure won't hold back.
I mean, Scarzor is an interesting pick in many ways. I think Scarzor, in terms of the highs and the possibilities that he can achieve, are very high. My concern for Scarzor is that because this is a very he's not going to be fulfilling all of Phoebe's roles, so I'm not going to go into every single role that Scarzor is going to be doing. But from my understanding, he's not going to be community manager, but he is taking over a lot of the back end responsibilities of Phoebe's. So community manager is not being filled. It is the other roles. So as far as community manager, Trackmania is not going to really have one outside of, I guess, Tona in a way as communications lead. But outside of that, there's that role is not being filled. So as far as that's concerned, from the public side, still, regardless, Scarzor's, because he is now a public figure in Nadeo at this point, that's going to lead him to criticism, and that's my biggest worry for Scarzor. Because I feel like when it comes to criticism or people being unfair with their criticism, especially, that he takes it much harder than the average individual. So my fear is that he is not going to be able to handle it. But I don't know. He can prove me wrong, and
I mean, if you do
and I'm supporting him. I told him, I said, hey, I support you, and I'm here for emotional support and everything, because he's in Evo. He's still a team member of ours. He's still a full member of Evo. So I mean, we definitely want to support our guy. So
I mean, considering he's not taking the position of community manager, he's definitely not getting the kind of criticism that you would as a community manager. So,
right,
depending on what he actually is doing, I guess that front should probably also be fine, because
The thing is that as a community manager, I had been many times the community manager. And the thing is that if you keep your role hidden from the player base of your community, you don't really get any type of harassment, criticism, or anything, because you are just an identity that people don't see. They don't have a connection with. Is it just a community manager guy? Who is this person? Who knows? No one knows. But when you make it public, when you go to everyone saying, hey, I'm the community manager, or I'm the customer support person, or I'm this and that, you're gonna get criticism. and it's because you make it public. And of course, it's something that you're happy about and you want to tweet it about and you want to say to everyone, hey, I'm working at the company of the game that I love. But at the same time, and knowing how the community has been with you before, it's a double sword, double-edged sword.
Yep.
To post something like this and to say, hey, I'm gonna be working with this, people are gonna come to you. And I know how Scarzor a time ago, it's something happened and he didn't really handle things well. You know, it was a whole less drama that happened. So I don't know, the decision for him being something, working for something, whatever. But I just hope that he can handle things well because I have my doubts. And I don't know. This thing for me is kind of sus in a way. But yeah.
Okay. So you're saying that him becoming a Lears or him replacing Phoebe is sus, or I'm so confused by what the argument is here. Or maybe I just didn't listen, which is likely.
You zoom out. You had dissociation.
I had a moment.
I think Lime just wanted to say that maybe it would be better if it wouldn't be known who's actually the person doing that.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Instead of it being public knowledge.
Which I think is not necessary. So maybe this is kind of what they're doing in a way, because Scarzor is not the community manager. He's just a...
No, yeah, he's not the community manager. I know that. But either way, he is a known person in the community working for the game that we all play. So since he is someone that anyone can reach out, whatever things that happen in the game, he might be blamed for, you know?
Oh yeah, but I think that would be public knowledge either way, right? Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know, because for
Possibly.
example, I mean, it's getting in situations that probably it's not gonna happen. But this is my personal opinion. If I would work for Nadeo, for example, or any other company, I personally wouldn't post on social media when I'm a known person in the community, because I know that it's gonna come back as maybe some criticism, maybe people that don't know that it's jobs and stuff that are completely separated, and you're just charging yourself with more stress by doing it.
But I think I would make it. It depends on the position, I would say.
Yeah, it depends
I'm not
on the
sure
position.
I'm not sure what I would do if I would say it or not. Depends, I think.
Oh, one thing that gives me hope though. Scarzor was like criticizing the campaign after he got hired.
Yes.
So that it, like, for me, shows he's not just a puppet, and he actually which is in my opinion a good thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, you should be able to speak your opinion, even if it's
like,
negative towards what
I feel
you're
like
working for.
a lot of times, especially working at Nadeo, the people just they do the same phrases, all of them. Like, it's literally like a hive mind, and they all eat up what the culture is in the company.
Not all of them, but
most
a lot
of them. Not all of them.
We all know it. We all know it.
So if he still has his opinion, shares them, whatever, and they aren't necessarily what Nadeo wants us to tell, or wants to tell us and whatnot, I can respect that, because then I think it's a way better position for him, and he would get less hate in general, just because his opinions are his, and they don't necessarily have to be the same Nadeo has and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Scarzor will completely fold to the zombie mind that kind of occasionally takes hold at the Nadeo dev office.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope no.
I hope not either, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, you have to be able to... How do I say this without getting in trouble? Let's just put it this way: he is if knowing Phoebe and other stuff that I've learned, like for as little of an amount as he will be doing, like he's really not going to be doing a ton of stuff unless Nadeo decides to like up him in like his work requirements.
I mean,
and
he's
everything.
already a mapper for Trackmania World Tour.
Yeah, but that's kind of like a contract side of things, not
Yeah.
like what he's currently doing. So as far as what he's doing, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying that like he's got an uphill battle to climb when it comes to working with the company that he's working for. I do not admire that position at all, and the fact that he's willing to do. I mean, if to be fair, if I was presented the opportunity, I would of course take it. I'm not stupid. I'd be cool to do for a moment until I realize how insanely annoying it would be to work.
Do you know what he's gonna do?
I personally do, but I don't want to share it because it's unless
it's not
Scarzor
for
makes
him to share it or not.
Scarzor is very private about the things that he does, so I do not want to share what he has not shared publicly. If he decides to share it publicly, then I'll talk about it. But outside of that, I'm not going to share it any further.
Scarzor type 1 in the chat. He's always watching, listening to the podcast. Today
he's live.
not.
I know
he's live. He's live. He's streaming.
He's
live.
Not
today, then.
That's why.
Someone call him on stream.
I mean, it's one of those things where I think what he's doing is not enough work to get anything meaningful done. He is basically, the amount of hours that he is allotted for his job is only going to allow him to handle some very basic administrative tasks. So he's really not going to be doing, for the hours that he's working, it's going to be a lot, but for outside that, he is only allowed a certain amount of time to work. Otherwise, he's not really going to be doing much. So I really don't think, unless they require more work from him, he's really not going to be doing that much. So unless he starts doing stuff pro bono, which I highly advise against.
No,
you should never do it.
I mean, if the forever guy on the chat is said that. Is it okay to say? I mean, it's the public info given by Phoebe.
Yeah, if it's public info given by Phoebe, that works too. But...
So yeah, he's gonna be checking in-game report review.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that is a task that it's pretty chill, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's pretty chill. You get to be able to review the reports, and that's it.
The only thing is that you don't have to be biased in that moment.
Shouldn't it be anonymous anyway? If it would
the
be
reports?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the report system should be anonymous. It doesn't matter who wrote something racist in chat. I don't need to know who wrote that in chat. I just need to know somebody.
Good thing, yeah.
Somebody wrote something in chat that is not fine. Bonk. You know, like why should I need the name?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how we.
It should be.
Ideally, you know, I'm not saying that's the biggest and the most important part of a report system, but I'm saying that ideally it would be better if it would be anonymous.
Yeah.
Because then you don't even need to be impartial, because then you don't even know who was it, you know? Like anybody can then do it.
No, but
we have no idea how
not anybody, but you know what I mean.
To be fair, we really have no idea how extensive their back-end reporting system is. It could just be a simple, like, here's a chat log, and then you still have to do all the manual stuff on the back end to ban a player and whatnot. So we have no idea how easy it is for Scarzor
of course we don't.
To make it, or whoever makes the final decision to do that, because even though he may be able to get a report and decide whether that player deserves a punishment or not, he may still have to go through a bunch of different other employees in Nadeo before that player actually gets banned. Who knows what kind of system he has to deal with.
I mean,
that's on the inside stuff or protocol that you have to follow to ban someone.
Because knowing the trend of Nadeo and doing things that make sense, it probably doesn't make sense about what they're going to have him do for that. It's probably just a report, and then he has to basically send an email, or actually no, not an email. They're so backwards. He'd have to send an actual physical letter through his mail to Nadeo saying, "Hey, this player needs to be banned."
I mean,
Can
Sent
you
by
tell
a
me if I
bird.
can ban him or yes or not?
if Nadeo would be a German party, a German company, they would use fax.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. It has to be
It is
faxed.
so stupid. Like most doctors in Germany still use fax machines. It's that's a fact. Like almost all of them, if not
Pigeon
all of them,
carrier.
they are required for some reason still to use that.
And then you will have to wait 14 days, work 14 working days, or a month to get a notice from them. It happened to me. I hate it.
But yeah, he's not going to be doing too much. So regardless, I hope he doesn't get too much flack for it. And I don't think he's gonna like completely cave because I already know. Let's go to the next topic because this is let's transfer into the next topic.
You're talking it into death.
It is not already unknown that Scarzor disagrees with things that Nadeo does, and the campaign's one of them. So let's talk about the daggone campaign, bro. Holy moly.
All right, prepare to get cancelled. Like real.
Let's read what
So who's gonna
Chris
say
pulled
it?
up here. Let's first bring up what Chris pulled up here because I think it does sum up pretty much what everybody feels like. Is this campaign an April Fool's joke? This is on Reddit, by the way, in Trackmania. This campaign is awful, like on a level we've never seen before. Don't get me wrong, campaigns aren't supposed to be the pinnacle of mapping, but this is another low for Nadeo. Almost all the tracks are full speed, quotation marks, with 2 to 4 blocks wide of space. I counted 1, maybe 2 drifts, but the campaign has tons of NASCAR turns. Very few people actually play NASCAR compared to other styles like Tech. Actually, full speed or speed fun maps like in the older campaigns. At least there's an ice track in the Black series. But then again, some black tracks are easier than some white tracks from previous campaigns. This makes the entire thing just boring. To be fair, the AT seem to be harder, but with tracks like this, I think many of us won't even care to get them. There's no originality in this. Some maps even look like the dumbed down TMGL identities from previous seasons. All this leads me to 2 theories. 1, this campaign is bad on purpose as an April Fool's joke. 2, the maps were made easier, boring, with a bunch of wicked reactor parts for the console release. Maybe Nadeo thinks these kind of maps will bring players into the game to try it out, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I'm just mad tunnel vision when it comes to mapping. I've not watched anyone else play the campaign yet, so I'd like to see your opinions on this. And then he's like, sorry if my opinions, blah, 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 trying to backtrack if anybody found him offending, which nobody does because it's the truth.
Well, maybe the one that built the maps may find it offending.
Well, I don't think the ones that built the maps really care. This is the information that I will leak because it's been leaked by multiple mappers that I will not name or anything like that. You can fight me later about this. It's no secret that Nadeo reaches out to people not only to help out with TMWT maps, but also campaign maps. I have known some of the mappers who have assisted with campaign, and this has been going on since I want to say what, Chris, maybe like 3 campaigns ago is when they, or 4 campaigns ago when they started allowing other people to help out.
No, this has been a thing since winter
almost
2020.
the beginning.
Oh, has it been almost the beginning? Okay, well, it's been more public now in the recent years. Let's put it that way. From the individuals that I can think of off the hand, they have explained that they had made perfectly calculated maps. Well, their version of perfectly calculated. I don't know because we never got to see their version of the map. Calculated maps, and then Softy, our Lord and Savior Softy, blessed be his name, leader of all things pure and holy, decided or likes to go in after the maps and decide to make them a little janky. So adding things to make maps uncalculated and just do whatever the heck he wants to, or sometimes completely remove an entire map that was made by an individual and inputting his own. And it's pretty obvious which ones are his because
he forgets to change the map from SoftDP to Nadeo.
That's what? And also all the elements that he ever maps
no.
are the exact. He has a very specific style of bad that everybody is just able to figure out. I don't care if I'm flaming, whatever, fire me. Like it's bad when everybody agrees that it needs to stop. Like I think everybody is of the same opinion that it's kind of ridiculous, and also makes like it makes the idea of hiring people, contracting people to make maps for your game, especially for something like campaign or team WT, to then go in behind them and make them worse because you either don't trust them or you think it's not wacky kooky like enough. Like, bro, what are you doing?
You know what I dislike about that the most? Like Softy, I respect him for what he's doing and for what he's good at doing and hosting events and stuff like that. He's shown that he's really striving at that, but he has no mapping experience at all. Never had. And the fact, like already at the beginning, like already with with World Tour when it was called TMGL, there were like maps from him all of a sudden, and from the very beginning, everyone was like, "Huh?" Beside the fact that most people didn't like those maps, I mean, why is he with zero mapping background all of a sudden deciding, yeah, I have to change this, we have to do this, or sometimes even building his own maps? Like that makes no fucking sense at all. Do what you're good at, not mapping.
And the only and I'll let you get in here. I'll let you get in here in a second. And Lime too. But the only thing that I can think of is that Evo campaigns, not Evo campaigns. Sorry, Nadeo campaigns are always kind of like this hunt orientated, kind of like find the cut / find the Kacky maneuver to get a faster time kind of thing. Not leaked, guys. Relax. But that's kind of what it is. And I'm thinking maybe Softy thinks that if it's too calculated, you can't get those moments of like those Kacky style, like cut finds, reroutes, that kind of stuff. Maybe that's why. But outside of that, it's like, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, Nadeo campaigns always have been uncalculated, and I think they just believe that they have to keep it this way because that makes Nadeo campaign special and good or whatever. Meanwhile, all of the rest of the community is like, yeah, but do you want calculated?
You know
Yeah,
what?
okay.
It seems to me all the issues with Nadeo is that they are having a fucking ego problem. They are untouchable. You cannot say this, you cannot do that, you cannot do this unless you're doing exactly what they want. And it's okay, it's your game. But like, take some criticism. Why is this person taking over something that he has no fucking idea about? Just because he wants to put his name out of there? Just because he wants to be and say, hey, I did many of these maps for this campaign. That is mine. This is an ego problem. Like, instead of doing something good, you just do whatever you want because it's up to you. Fuck off.
Bro, even before the stream today, Lime has been like
Yeah,
super spicy.
I'm sorry.
Lime has been so spicy. All right, before Lime decides to get canceled and stuff, all of us, which would be hilarious. You've been around the block.
You're not even talking about the current campaign right now.
Yeah.
That's the best
part. Yeah, I don't know. The campaign is dog shit, and
there we go.
Yeah, like apparently it's built for console players, right?
Yeah.
So
is it though? Wait,
we can all agree on the fact that they specifically made those maps thinking that this is what the console players are going to want.
But that is an assumption. That is not actually fact.
No, but it's so likely that we can at least think based on that assumption.
Question mark.
I want to chime in here really quick. They specifically mentioned that the maps in this campaign are designed to create a fun and special experience for the console players. And second of all, Ivo has publicly stated that the requirements for this campaign were actually not as specific this time around. But everybody supposedly, on their own, decided to map easier stuff, and everybody basically ended up with speed fun speedish things. I don't believe one word of what he's saying. I just want to reiterate what he said on the Trackmania Discord. I don't believe it one bit.
I also don't believe that. That's impossible. You literally have certain mappers that are known for building tech maps. You cannot buy. You cannot sell me on those. All of a sudden deciding, yeah, I don't like drifting anymore. Impossible.
That's the stupidest.
Wait,
reasoning I've
I
ever heard in
do.
my
I
life.
wait. That's not public info, but I'll leak anyway. Apparently, TMW team mappers got told as well to build less drifts on their maps, which is fine, I guess. You know?
Why does that matter for console players?
No, it's not fine. Why should?
Wait. Maybe it's like the whole culture in their thing now that drifts are not cool anymore, and so we get rid of all of them.
Yeah, but why are they deciding that? Like, where
Never
are we
talk.
in that? Where are the players in that? Where is the community in that? How can Nadeo just say, yeah, we don't like drifts anymore? Yeah, maybe you don't, but the rest of the community maybe does. Like, where does this come from all of a sudden?
I don't know. You know what's scary is though? Let's say we get a bunch of new players through console.
Which we won't, but anyways.
Yeah, well, obviously they're gonna hate
wait.
drifts now because they don't even know they exist.
Don't worry. The whole player base skyrockets all of a sudden. It's the most campaign played, most played campaign ever. Next campaign is gonna be the same dog shit, dude. Like, they're like,
yeah,
oh
true.
yeah, everyone likes it. All the new Andes like it, guys. We keep it like that.
Not like
off,
this.
Please.
Not like this.
You know what I've been thinking? Because I saw the campaign,
Not like
I played,
this.
I've been seeing people playing, blah, blah. And the thing is that, okay, if they are thinking about the campaign being for console players, that means that they will release console soonish. They have 2 months to release for them to play.
Gonna do that, yeah.
Like, they should have done it the day that they released the console stuff. They would have released the campaign, so it makes sense for the new players to play something new, that it's fun, that it's easy, blah blah blah. But the times, it's not making it doesn't make sense.
I mean, I'm not gonna talk about the fact that that they apparently told TMW team mappers to build less drifts. Like, I don't care. Like, maybe there are statistics that the maps that more people or most people enjoy are the ones where less drifts are placed. Then, sure, I give them that. Then it makes sense to remove drifts or like have less of them. But for the campaign, the thing is, let me just say this. I don't even think that most of the maps are bad. Like, I looked at them, and there isn't really I wasn't really like, yeah, this map is shit, this is garbage, this is horrible. I wasn't really like that. I was just, why are all of them the same? I can understand that you want to cater to new players, making the campaign easier and more understanding, and
they did make it easier.
Yeah, they did make it easier.
Did
a
they?
lot. Yeah.
Well, the ending maps, yeah, but like
the endings, but also only on some maps. But the thing that gets me annoyed is, of course, maybe this campaign, because of the console release, you do need less drifts. Sure, obviously you do, because the game doesn't explain how drifting works at all, and it's a mechanic that by yourself you're not gonna really discover it. I can understand that, but you still need the diversity. You still need like one map that is based on drifting, or at least a couple of drifts here or there. You need a technical dirt map. You need the diversity, like, because even beginners are not gonna automatically tend towards liking those fun speed maps. Maybe the majority. Maybe you can at least assume that or think that. But why all of the maps? Why is there no diversity at all? You have like one ice map. Sure, okay, but there's no balance at all. Sure, maybe make the maps easier, but don't dumb it down to like only one style, as if that's Trackmania. That's not Trackmania. Trackmania is so wide in what kind of maps you can build and how many styles it has. And the campaign needs to at least pay respect to that. I am also paying for the campaign. I am paying. Okay, I mean, maybe not for the campaign, but still,
let me get in here. Let me get in here, because
I'm also part of it.
Because I agree with you. 100%. I think what is disgusting is the fact that it's an insult to console players to basically say that they aren't capable of handling harder maps
I mean, also to the tech community, you know. It's also an insult.
We're not
even going to talk about the tech community. We're just talking solely about what this, who this is geared towards. So this is geared towards console players. That's basically saying the assumption that, hey, we think you're all bad, which I mean, they probably are.
I mean, they probably are.
They probably are.
But
hey, you're bad. Hey, you're never going to even learn how to tech drift because you're that bad. You're casual, and so therefore we've dumbed it down to the dumbest maps possible for you to what we assume is enjoy. Nadeo is terrible at assuming literally anything. So why would they assume that dumbing the maps down would make it interesting? Also, the fact that like map 1 through 5 is almost like just the same map, but just different surfaces with like a little extra tidbits here and there. Like this campaign, let me try to be objective here. The real opinion I have is that the campaign isn't. Ugh, it is terrible.
Should I chime in?
It's just not gonna be fun. Even as a beginner, all the maps are the same. What's the fun in that?
I'm almost done. I don't hate the campaign. I don't like the campaign, but I don't hate it. But I also think it's the worst campaign ever. Like, does that make sense? Like, I don't hate it. Like, I'll still drive it.
Same. Like, if you know, most of the maps are fine. They're just boring.
Except 25. 25 and 18 can go jump in the dumpster. Why you thought a map of just only boosters was okay, and then that short, ugly map for 25 was okay. Anyways, whatever. But the fact that you somehow think that that's going to make people like your campaign more, people are going to like the campaign because, one, it's going to be a challenge. As long as it's not Kacky, it's finishable. Like, hello? Like, any map is finishable. Even the competitive maps, unless you have like crazy speed checks, are finishable by slow people. Like, come on. What is this? We suddenly forgot what Trackmania is about all of a sudden with this campaign. It's like, what are you doing? Did we just go back to like the whatever the training campaign is, the intro campaign that everybody gets to have immediate access to?
You mean the training campaign that Nadeo promised back in mid 2021 to revamp? Did anybody remember that? Why aren't they doing that for the console?
This campaign kinda is a training campaign to some degree.
Yeah,
like, some of the maps, for example,
like a long Mario Kart.
We're just missing the items.
I'm scared that Nintendo is gonna sue Nadeo for the maps.
Wait, which was it? Like, is it 18 or 17 with the all the boosters and the red stuff? Like, you already have
it's
your
18.
items.
Yeah, it's 18. There you go. All right, Amma, go. Opinion.
We had the theory in my stream the other day that we don't pay for the game anymore. Like, we bought our access, right? Mm-hmm. So whatever they do for us, like, there's nothing because we don't give them like any more money than we already do. So they go the other way. And yes, campaign is free, but that's why there also isn't any like community service with the maps. Like, I still can't get over how there's one drift on the most dog water map.
Yeah, that's even worse,
right? We have one drift. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I'm still assuming that tech is the biggest community we have. At least from like
outside of multi-style in general.
Yes,
I would say yes, because multi-style obviously is 100%. By far the biggest now, of course.
So how can you disrespect a whole community just like that? Like, you gotta be kidding me. The whole community carries your fucking game since years because you can't put out content. And
I mean, we're not doing it anymore, but still.
No, in general, like,
yeah, we did for so many years. We did. It doesn't even have to be that many maps, right? We just want 1 or 2 good maps with drifts. Like, that's all. We don't ask for much, right? Like, it's not like we need like 5 maps to be tech maps. Like,
we got a good grass speed map though.
Oh yeah, great. That feels like the other 12 maps before, dude. Great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, bro. Hey, that just gives more people the gumption to go visit Evo servers where not all the maps are terrible.
You know what I think about
I
map
have a
4, by the
theory
way?
that Marina actually said on the chat. Because she said, maybe all the tech Andes are going back to TMNF, and that's why Scarzor said on his tweet, and working all the older games. What if it's that? They are trying to get rid of the tech Andes from TM 2020 to bring back TMNF.
I can explain the older game stuff. It's the same thing Phoebe
Please
has
don't
done.
kill the vibe.
It's the same thing Phoebe has done. Basically, delete cheated records. That's all he does.
Okay. Boo.
Why?
Fair.
Well, yeah. I mean,
What do you think on map 4? What is your opinion on that?
what's map 4 again? Is that dirt?
The straight ice map.
Oh, the straight ice map. Yeah.
It's a map.
You know what I want to say about that? Because I think map 04, it's actually a great map. It's a really good map, but it's a training map. You know, because I think that's also was the idea. Like, how do you teach a new player, hey, by the way, this is how ice behaves? I think, you know, just merely thinking like that, the map itself is amazing because nobody's gonna automatically understand how ice sliding goes, especially without, you know, a training campaign. But, you know, like for your first introduction to ice, that's a pretty decent map. Not for the campaign, but for the for like training, it would be great. But yeah.
Like, what was wrong? I'm about to go through the 5 stages of grief right now. What was wrong with the campaigns of previous? Like, the last 3 campaigns weren't bad.
No,
Like, they were
bad.
actually
They were
really
bad.
Yeah, Arma, but the
They were
thing is,
bad.
Arma,
Hmm?
if they bring out a campaign that we both agree on is good, then it's probably gonna be overall bad because what we want is not what most people want, probably.
Fair, but like in my opinion, ever since Kisla and Link aren't in the mapping team anymore, the campaigns didn't have like any other than last year's 21. That last season that was fire, but other than that, we do not have quality maps anymore. They're all weird and janky and just not fun.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. How, like, there's a reason why they probably aren't in there, and it's probably because they know for a fact that Shorty's just going to go behind and ruin their map anyways. Like,
Softy.
oh,
Hello?
yeah,
Shorty
Shorty,
ruins
I mean,
you're
to
going
plenty
to
be
of
go
fair,
maps
behind.
already.
no, but no, I mean, if
But
you already say that, I would love to
Softy.
be in that position. To be
I
fair,
mean,
I would love to
yeah.
be the person responsible for that instead
I
of
mean, you
Softy.
get to play God with maps, bro. Like, you
Yeah,
can be like,
of course I would. I mean, anybody would like that, right? Anybody would like that.
let's make, bro. That would be me. If it were me, you'd have Ice Dirt Zoops in every single map, even where it doesn't make sense. Like, it would be hilarious. I would do it just to troll everybody.
You're out.
Well, yeah, I'm out. Whatever.
You know what would be a good change? If the mapper's name on every map would be public. Because then shit like that wouldn't happen. Because the mappers would go public as well and be mad that their maps got changed. But since it's like all, anonymous, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, but that's never gonna happen.
That's never gonna happen.
Of course not. I still think it would be a good change there.
Yeah, you could just not touch their maps, like especially without any sure, maybe you can converse about map changes. You can say, hey, it's a Nadeo campaign. You're not building a track of the day here. How about we spice things up here or there? But not just randomly go in it and do it yourself because you feel like, yeah, well, I know what I'm doing.
The thing is that why are you hiring someone to build you a map that you know their style and the way that they build stuff, and then you're like, you know what? No, I didn't like it. I'm gonna redo it again.
Unless
that
Softy
is fucking ridiculous.
Unless Softy's just getting like professional revenge against this company, like it makes no sense because you're wasting money. You're wasting, like, if the numbers that I've heard or like projected of how much they pay per mapper, they're wasting an exorbitant amount of money just to go behind and ruin them. and then potentially lose those mappers in the future because they're tired of their mess. In fact, I already know for a fact that there is likely going to be whoever worked in this campaign is likely not going to be working in the next campaign, just because of the fact that their maps were either disregarded completely or that their maps were changed and ruined for the worst. So,
I
and
mean, Kiesler just wrote in the chat that the contract says that the map belongs to Nadeo. I think that's pretty obvious, right? I mean,
right,
you're getting
yeah.
you're getting paid to build them a map. Of course, they own the map afterwards, right?
Well, they own the
But
game. They own the contents that take
yeah.
place in the game. It makes sense in that regard.
That
But
just doesn't change what we are hating about it, right? I mean, that's why certain mappers don't like left already, because they also don't like it.
yeah,
I mean,
but
I would be furious.
I think that's taking that rule a little bit too crazy. Like, yes, it is their game, it's their maps. They can change it as they want. But we're not talking about an entire company going through, and we're not talking about a team going through and changing these maps. It is one individual, one, and like
Yeah,
that.
and especially someone without mapping history at all.
Right.
And people aren't happy with what he's
Or
doing.
proper
So
esports experience, but
he should just focus on the things he's good at,
the
you know? Like,
voices
he's
in my
really
head.
good at certain, like, Softy is really good at certain things. Like, why can't you just focus on those? Like, that's what annoys me.
Because this is what happened in every fucking company, that they are just
yeah, but isn't he supposedly
taking as
overworked
much as they
anyway?
can, but they don't doing it well. They are just putting quantity over quality, and then you see what's happening. You have a whole ass community disappointed because of the map pack that we got this season. That is the issue.
Well, we're doomed. Anyways, let's move on. We're just beating a dead horse.
I want to see, you know, what would be amazing at the end of the season, or well, at the first month of the campaign being released, how many people have played it.
All we can say is, as a community, we do not like the campaign, and the fact that the campaign is being ruined by one individual. Whether the criticism is harsh or not, it's realistic.
Yeah, it's realistic,
it is.
but you know, we are one part of the community, and we are the ones that voiced out our thoughts and everything.
We are
but
the
we
ones
also
that got
have like a
Nadeo
silenced part
this
of the
point.
community that they are also playing the maps.
And if money's an issue, how about you actually have a real payment model instead of this garbage that we're using? All right. Anyways,
no. Wait, but like, there's one thing I want to say. You can't just. Hello, we didn't even talk. We didn't even talk more than 30 minutes about this yet. We still need to bash it. The thing that annoys. No. Nah, wait for it. I'm all good. The thing that annoys me most with this campaign is that I actually do believe that the new players that come in through the consoles are gonna like it. And that's not a bad thing, obviously, right? I don't really mind that. I mean, it's good if they like it, but it's just the fact that the diversity is lacking is that their experience in Trackmania that is not what the actual Trackmania community is. Like, they're gonna get into the game having fun, but there's just gonna be so much missing.
There's one aspect,
and the rest we talked about, of course.
There's one aspect that hasn't been brought up before. Matchmaking. You have to grind these maps in matchmaking, and once you hit gold, you're gonna get hit with Trackmania World Tour maps, and players that start with this campaign, they're gonna be completely lost.
Esports is losing.
What do you mean they're going to be lost?
Matchmaking is doomed.
They're not getting there anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say, Chris, do you actually believe that they are going to get
so easy
there?
to get to gold in late campaign, honestly. After like 1 or 2 months, getting to gold in like a few days is easy.
It's actually funny that the maps are what they are, and the AT medals kind of got harder. Like, huh? What?
Yeah, the maps got easier, the AT medals got harder. Like, what is
I mean,
this?
not really by much, to be honest, but considering that the maps are easier in relative to that, the ATs definitely are a lot harder to get. Like, for someone like me or Arma in general, it's the same kinda, but for a beginner, the ATs got way harder.
You know the things that when I start playing this game, I had to learn all the things, and the learning phase was what was funny. You know, that was the thing that kept me playing the game more than anything else. And now I think of the new console players are gonna come to the game, and they basically won't learn anything, and they probably gonna play maps a couple of day,
Oh, they're gonna
and
be so lost on them.
and they're gonna be
Holy.
so lost. Yes, that is the thing. The style that they're putting out there, it doesn't match with the main event of the game. So the you either gonna have people playing here, or you either gonna have people playing.
Hey,
They're
this
not
this isn't
they
this
are
isn't what I played in
they are
campaign.
not
What is
getting
this?
introduced to what Trackmania actually is. That's the problem. Like Nadeo campaigns being a bit weird and having their certain quirks being uncalculated. That's something I can gloss over because I don't need to enjoy those maps. They are not built for me. But them not representing the styles that Trackmania actually has to offer is just insulting and a
Yeah, how
problem for
hard
the new
is to
players.
build a campaign? You know that at the beginning
Yeah, sorry.
it's easy. You know, then you have a tech map where you can improve your tech skills, the full speed, the dirt, ice, of each category of things, and that's it. And that's
Or
it.
you're
Yeah,
just
hey, there's a thing called Evo servers. We have styles specific to those specific things that you're talking about that you can go on the server and practice your skills there.
This
Just
is gonna be
saying.
better just for the
I'm gonna
claps and
shill so
stuff.
hard
Yeah,
this
do it.
thing. Y'all
and
should,
the,
if you want real maps, go just go play the Evo maps on the Evo servers.
in the chat just now just wrote imagine them playing a shorty. The best part is I have a map that is finished, but I need to change it, and I'm incapable of changing it. And if they would have to play that map, holy shit, they would directly alter 4 and be like, nope, that guy is a dick. I'm never playing his maps ever again.
Entry lag though, the entry lag said unfortunately console players can't play dedicated servers, and that's correct, but they still can play Nadeo servers, and Evo will have Evo servers ready for the console players, and already do have servers ready for them. So we already have those servers, bada bing bada boomed, ready to
By the
go,
way,
or at least
Arma,
the all-star server. But I think we're
Hmm?
yeah.
can you just say something controversial so people forget that I was so vocal about this? I kind of feel like I'm feeling the comments coming already.
I was
I
at the
already
beginning. Don't
said
worry.
that it's ridiculous that one individual controls the entire thing, and it's the stupidest thing ever. And I said that, and I literally made a claim that he's getting pro revenge against his company, which means that he hates his company and he's just trying to screw him over. So, I mean, I think I already said enough that gets me canceled as well. So,
Welcome on board.
yeah. So, anyways. It's not the only drama that occurred. Somebody decided to make a tweet and go, so yeah, man. QDC.
Yeah, but that one doesn't even, that one is kind of already
This
expected,
isn't
as sad as it is.
So not only is Softy incapable of doing campaign maps, he is not the greatest when it comes to TMWT, if you haven't learned already from us malding about it every week.
No. Give the guy some credit. I doubt that's his responsibility. I highly doubt that this has
thing
anything
is
to do
that
with Softy we're going to talk about now.
Well,
how
this
many
portion, no. Yeah, no.
responsibilities
I
does
just
this
mean
person
TMWT in
has?
general.
He's a whole ass company by himself. Like,
He is.
what?
Yeah,
I give him
that's the
credit for
problem.
where that's the problem. I feel bad for him in the fact that he's doing way too much at this because the company is incapable of producing the right resources in the right areas.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, if it were me in that position, I would make sure to at least not. I would either A, pull back on what I'm doing in terms of responsibilities and not do as much as he's doing. That way, if I'm doing less, there's less to criticize about, except for the criticism of that I'm not doing enough. And I'd rather do that than overdo it and just ruin everything. I think that's a better approach to his list of responsibilities, but that's just me. And I don't know that much about behind the scenes, so I can't even really make that assumption. I'm just cooking in that regard. So, but if he has enough time he has enough time to browse the internet at work too. So I don't know, man. Who knows? I can't criticize because I really don't know him. But from what I've heard, it's nothing impressive. Anyways, I don't want to flame a person constantly on this stream.
You just did for like 3 minutes, but
it's
okay.
I still.
Dude, the whole stream has
we're gonna
been
do it in the
just
future,
talking
bro.
about this
Stage 2, get ready. Stage 2, I'm already seeing stuff in Stage 2 pipeline that I've seen in the manager Discord, and we're gonna be molding in the future anyways about him. So
when do I get invited in that actually?
You need. Oh,
Never.
well, I mean, ask Forever. He's here. Forever. Ding donk. Like.
Oh, did you just spoil something?
What? No.
For
I just
being
said
able
that
to send invites? Okay.
Well, he owns the thing, so it's his deal. Ding donk. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously it's not Nadeo owned.
Yeah. Anyways, all right, QDC. So there was an issue. This is a misunderstanding from QDC side. This actually really isn't is more of a fault on QDC than it is Nadeo's. But QDC tweeted on the 2nd of April in the afternoon. This was shortly after the campaign. So everybody thought it initially was like, honestly, I thought with the way things are going, I was like, oh, it's the official cancel softy moment and movement. And then it kind of died off too quickly for my liking. QDC goes on and says, I'll make it official now. Team WTEU was the last cast I'll ever do. I'm done with this profession. I strongly advise no one ever to work for at Trackmania, while at Softy BCK is still at the helm. I've got better things to do in life than effing around and finding out. Yeah, some pretty strong words.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
To
some degree understandable, of course.
So some degree, hey, if I didn't realize, so the reason why he tweeted this is because there was a payment issue. QDC has been a caster for TMCL. Those casters for TMCL are being paid. Why I wasn't invited as a TMCL caster? XRK and Team WT, I don't care. Whatever, it's all the same. They do it for regionals and TMCL. I don't care. Why wasn't I invited? Anyways,
have you heard yourself casting once, man?
Have you ever not stopped talking about my casting? Really mad.
I think Amma didn't talk enough today. He needs to keep talking.
Turbo says he likes my casting now, so fight me. Yeah. That being said, why was neither G Geek, Turbo, or I invited? Why was only your Fast Point people invited? Really mad. Anyways, and now we see half of those Fast Point people aren't really even doing their job anymore. So QDC came back and said, update, we finally got the payment info. I've been asking for the last 4.5 months, and it's been sent to every caster who did work on TMWT. We should get our pay in the banks on the 30th of May. Now let's hope the players get their prize winning payment info to blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So he molded, and then it prompted a response, but it was kind of due to his own fault because there was an issue where I believe the casters need to have formed their own, like, what is it? Self-business spiel things, like a
They need to be
business.
self-employed so they can invoice Nadeo, and he wasn't aware of that apparently.
Yeah, he didn't do an invoice. He wasn't self-employed, so he didn't send the invoice, and he wasn't made aware. Thank you, Chris. Yeah.
So QDC is an idiot. Perfect.
Basically,
which is
perfect.
In short.
But he also said he DM'd Softy about it and got Omega Donowald, you know?
Well, yeah, Softy Donowald's everybody.
Exactly.
That's normal.
What I wanted to say.
You DM SRK, and then you wind to SRK, and then if you can wind to Softy, but Softy never responds. So good luck.
I mean, apparently Softy is responsible for like 95% of what is happening in the game, so my guy is a little bit busy with stuff he shouldn't be even busy with, probably.
Yeah.
To some of them, you know.
Everybody's saying that I'm never gonna get invited to cast again. I'm really sad. Anyways,
Way too controversial, man.
I'm way too controversial. How I make things exciting, and honestly, this game is boring without me.
We
Anyways,
only need people that works along with what we want. We cannot have others people's opinion
y'all
being
just
so
hear
loud.
me talk. You don't hear me cast. If you all watched Turbo stream when he decided to
No, I'm saying that you're too vocal about your own opinions on the game, and they don't like people like that.
hey,
You know.
Monte Cristo had a very successful casting career in League of
Yes.
Legends. I don't want to hear it. And he is
Yeah,
10
but,
times the worse than I am.
Yeah, I know.
This is Trackmania. This is not League of Legends.
Go back to
Snowflake
League of
land.
Legends import. No.
Maybe I will. And then Monte Cristo got canceled. Well, he got canceled for different reasons. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, QDC let him cook. Anyways, next.
Oh, I have a very very special and inside idea about getting SoftDB to answer you. I just saw something from Keysline in chat about Softy only messaging you in certain ways, and to be fair, I just scrolled down my DMs of Softy, and overall he's very responsive. Especially once I commented on his picture choice, like on his avatar choice, and he immediately responded. So if you ever need Softy to respond to you, maybe just say, "Hey guy, nice profile picture," and then it works. Just a small tip from Shorty.
Hey, Import, here's an idea. Why don't you invite Softy on the podcast? Surely that'll go well.
Surely he would show his face on here.
Especially after today, he definitely still wants to. Sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, if he wants to, bet. I would love to hear him out. I would love to hear his side. I would give him the fair chance. I would not flame him even during the entire stream. Of course I wouldn't. Like,
I mean, most of what we said against him is not really against him as a person.
I'm criticizing his work ethic. I'm not criticizing him as a person. I think I'm very capable of and being allowed to do so.
Yeah, but sometimes people are gonna assume that without it being the case, you know? Just saying. That's why I say that.
But that's like a problem with humans that they can't, you know?
Yeah, but saying it already helps to some degree.
No, fair.
Right?
No. Yeah, fair.
I kind of feel like we got Armor in here to help us not getting cancelled, but meanwhile we all talked ourselves into getting cancelled and Armor's just silent. That wasn't our plan, guys. We messed up.
I mean, I didn't wanna like talk about the Phoebe thing too much.
I mean, that's fair though, because
There's something that you want to talk about, though.
No.
That's not on the list of things I
gave my opinion on the campaign, which, you know, like...
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
It do be there. So we'll see. Also, the QDC thing, like, he's an idiot. What more is there to say? I'm sorry, QDC, but like, you fucked up.
Especially tweeting about it, and that's he dug his own grave to some degree.
Unnecessary drama.
But it's good for content, so.
Yeah, true.
To be fair, though, I remember that for one event that was sponsored by Nadeo, it took over half a year until I finally got my Nadeo stuff. So they do be kind of slow sometimes, but it does arrive eventually. So
you can ask Mime if he got his money yet.
Hey Mime, did you get your money? Apparently not, I guess.
I don't know. You know, I feel like that's a bit slow, especially when you're supposed to be a pro player and supposedly living off the game.
At least they're chipping the trophies, though. I've seen on Twitter people posting
like
trophies.
2 years later. Good folks.
Maybe now Mark is gonna get his trophy. I don't know which one is.
Who cares about Mark?
You know, the thing is, didn't they kind of start with those trophies after some people noticed? Wait a minute, didn't they say there are gonna be some trophies? And then Idea was like, oh shit, we actually did say that, and then they started working on that.
For real?
Or am I just misremembering that? But I kind of feel like it was that way. At least it does feel like that.
Oh yeah.
On the other hand, though, the trophy that Dexter got looks really fucking cool.
Dude, the green one looks so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
Holy
haven't
shit.
seen it.
Yeah. It's so nice.
Like, that's
Like-
the kind of trophy you would want.
Yeah. The green one is so pretty. The other one looks basic as fuck, but the green one is very pretty. I would want that.
Same. But we're not gonna get it.
No.
Yep.
I mean, Kacky is working on it, but he gets the green one as well.
Yeah, good luck, Kacky.
Show trophy.
I'm really mad. Anyways, the Dirt Weekly. Dirt Weekly is going to be returning on May 1st. Yeah, it's back. It's coming back. And it is going to be ran by Ven and Polly. More like Ven and Polly just is kind of helping them. But yeah, it's going to be run by Ven. And it's going to be coming back. Starts May 1st. It's going to be on Mondays at, did he say 8 o'clock, Chris? Is it 8 o'clock Mondays? So yeah, 8 o'clock Mondays. And they will be a brand new dirt map rounds every Monday for 10 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, we're still discussing the format. Rounds will definitely be a part of it, but we might experiment with a little knockout phase at the end as well.
Yeah.
It's not decided yet, but more info soon. But yeah, it's coming back.
Cool. Yeah, so that is going to be back. I'm excited for that, and that means there's going to be a lull week, which you know who's going to be in charge of that week for the map. So you can expect what's going to be in there with ice and dirt zoops and all that fun stuff.
Import on his ego trip again.
All that
no.
fun stuff.
How is that a Dirt Weekly then? Oh god.
What do you mean? How is that a Dirt Weekly?
For the first time.
What do you mean? How is that a Dirt Weekly?
But didn't we just talk about the Dirt Weekly? And all of a sudden I hear ice soups? I'm kind of confused.
Not ice zoops. They are dirt zoops, sir. They just require a little bit of ice, and then you do the dirt zoop. This is allowed. Look, if people can put tech drifts in my dirt maps, I can put ice in my dirt maps. You can't say that you can have one without the other. If people can put tech in a dirt map,
Yeah, but
and still be a dirt map.
Yeah, but I never said you can put tech in a dirt map.
By the way,
But
did you
people do
change
things.
the whole format, or is it the same?
What do you mean?
Because as far as I'm aware, the weekly was like fast learn, and then at the end you practiced, no?
It was fast learn, like this time, what, Chris, 15 minutes is what we're given?
Okay, so the format that is currently being discussed is 15 minutes warm-up, plus qualification. Then the top 100 players would move on, because we're trying to also include console players once it's out. It's not 100% done yet, but this is what is being discussed. Then yeah, you would have rounds mode for, I think, 10 rounds on the map. And then if it's going to happen as is being discussed, the top 16 would move on to a knockout phase. And then you would have the winner at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, so similar format, just a little bit changed from what we had last time.
Right.
So, but yeah, and then I guess we're gonna have a Dirt Invitational also on that. And Dirt leaking. Dirt may not be the only weekly that we have coming soon. So there may be another type of weekly that we will be bringing forward. But I will not announce that until a little bit later. So, yeah.
So it's surely not tech, since you got a tech squad now, right?
Surely not.
No, Arma, it's backwards because you like backwards so much.
Good.
Evo Controversial Weekly, yes. So every week we have a competition to say who can say the most controversial thing without getting canceled.
Yeah.
How about a shorty weekly with only shorty maps that are super weird and very different, and people molding about them?
Not
Do
a
we
controversial
end on
week.
second place, or?
What?
Like, does the guy in second win at the end? Start the shorty week?
You know, the thing is, I thought about it so many times because it would be fun, you know, having an event like that. But anytime I think of some kind of format where getting second is better than getting first, it's just kind of bullshit. Because if you do it in a normal way, it's just gonna be not fun. And any other idea I had with it was it's just not a good format if getting second is better than getting first, right? Like, I never fixed that problem. I never fixed it. But I always, like, sometimes, occasionally, I always think about it again. I mean, like, it would be fun if you have something like that. But it needs to be fair. It needs to be fun and not be stupid.
Yeah. Well. All right. Well, Ama, this
Hi.
is your time.
Boah.
Let's talk about you a little bit.
Okay.
So, if anybody has questions for Ama, you can obviously ask Ama anything. Although, if you haven't already asked him questions on a stream, then time wasted. But you are now the head coach of Big.
Yes, sir.
What was it like? Tell me about the process. How did you become the coach of Big? Like, what led you to deciding to do it? Like, how to happen?
Well, they asked for a manager for like the previous season already. Like, I know for a fact they did that. And then decided they, keep running with what they have. The season didn't go too well. So basically, the management asked them if they, maybe a manager or a coach makes sense in any way. So they asked Lars, and Lars is with ITB and whatnot. So they asked me after, and I said, dude, why not? Listen, I enjoy analyzing stuff in the game a lot more than actually playing myself, so why not? And yes. So they asked me, I said, I don't know, I thought about it for like 10 seconds and said, yeah, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Okay. Then,
Very cool.
how do you? What kind of coach are you going to be? We're gonna do the question from Susan. Are you going to be a strict coach, and are Granini and Masa going to be scared of you?
Nah. Like, it's also kind of weird since I'm not a better player than them, right? So I'm not gonna like actually teach them technical stuff other than maybe there's some things on the map. Like,
You can teach Granadi how to do proper drifts, maybe.
Dude, he improved. The last time I flamed him for it, the week after he was bullish on them,
Or maybe you can remind him
Just
on a
kidding.
daily basis never to forget a single piece of his.
I can't. I
yeah.
can't. No. That's unfixable. Have you not seen the Twitter post Massa posted yesterday? The guy wore his shirt the wrong way. Like, bro, it's just we all do be Pepegas. But no. So mostly I'll do like everything practice match related. Like, I schedule it, I record it, we analyze it together. I do the matches, obviously. Like, I analyze them. Pick and ban, I'll do. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk during the match or if we have something else. I don't know. We'll figure that out eventually, I guess. And yes, there's nothing more. And I'm not gonna be strict or anything. I don't know. We
Are you
talk.
gonna
We're German, right? So we talk open about it anyway. So if something
just-
is shit, we're gonna say it's shit. And
Just meet at a beer and then all good.
yeah.
Yeah.
No
But
secrets.
the Benedict has a really important question though. Are Granadi and even Masa, are they going to have to adapt to your sleep schedule?
Massa and me share the schedule.
Okay.
And Granadi can basically prepare everything beforehand, and then Massa and me overlook it. It's quality control.
Nice.
And that's how it works.
So if they
Quality
do bad
control, I like
during
the sound of
the
it.
TMGL things, can we blame you? No, we
Yes,
always
yes,
blame the
yes,
coach.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay,
I'm
good.
gonna write the nastiest tweets.
Do it. Better me than my players. I can handle it.
Ama
I
can
don't
take it.
mind.
Ama
Yeah.
can take it.
I'm gonna start making up stories like there goes Ama again, beating his players up over the side of the head. That's why they play so badly, because they're scared.
How about the belt, Armor?
Yeah.
I got it ready. I got the
You got
whip
it
and
ready.
everything in the office already, and then
Wait, are you gonna be in the office
threatened them
with
with
them?
anime body pillows.
threatened. They're probably happy about it.
I'd be happy about it.
See?
Oh no. But I mean, hey, I'm excited to see what you guys can do, if anything. I made that the nicest way possible.
If anything.
It's just what's gonna happen is
Zero
Masa and
expectations.
Masa and Granati are just gonna show up to every match wasted, bro. They're just not even gonna be like coherent at all, and it's gonna be a disaster, and I'm ready for it.
To be fair, I know certain Trackmania players that performed incredibly well by being fucking wasted. So
I actually Evo has one of those as well. His name is Link. He's on our full speed team. He literally cannot play unless he's drunk. So hey, if it works, it works, I guess.
Different problems, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, I'll answer Kim's question real quick. How much time will you spend scouting other teams versus focusing on yours? I guess like 50-50 or whatever is needed. Like, if you play competitively yourself, especially in like a week-long format, you always do better after the first week because you see exactly where you lose. Like, you can analyze your previous match and see, oh, that turn was kind of bad. Oh, that line doesn't really work. Their line is way better. So we try to learn from that as much as possible. And then obviously I gotta check if, let's say BDS wins in dominant fashion on the map, but they aren't getting pushed by the other team. So their times aren't really like representable for what they're capable of, since the whole analytics are kind of like skewed in a way, just because they didn't get pushed. So all of that is gonna be on my job at least.
How would you analyze sinners?
We banned attack mob.
I mean, that's pretty easy. Yeah. I mean,
I don't. I mean, if.
But what do you mean ban attack maps? Huh? Tech maps are already banned by Nadeo for the mappers, so no maps of
There's
tech
literally no
anymore.
tech
Easy.
maps, though.
Yeah. Gotta be pretty sad being sinners.
How do you feel, Import?
How do I feel about sinners?
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to violate my contract right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
Good.
Even though I'm not getting paid a single dollar. Anyways,
That is worth epic.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah. People
Nadeo
think you get
learn,
paid
no.
for casting. The QDC whining about not getting paid for regionals. Meanwhile, I'm casting a pro team in TMGL. Anyways, whine about it. Actually, can we go back to that? Can we go back to that topic really quickly? The fact that people are whining about not getting paid for stupid regionals and TMWT, meanwhile, there are still people who deserve better positions in a lot of different areas, and they aren't getting recognized, even though they've been in this space for a lot longer. Anyways, QDC, I love you, but you're ridiculous. The entitlement to the idea of getting paid as a caster in this game that makes no money is insane.
Yeah, but how can you be entitled if wanting to getting paid when you have a probably contract for it beforehand already? Of course I want to get paid. I signed the contract. Hello, pay me. You know,
work is work.
Not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, a promise isn't a contract, but I'm not surprised either that it's not a contract. Yeah, but how would you? It's so wrong. It's so wrong. The fact that it's a promise and not a contract is so wrong already. Yeah, Cam, of course you do, but that's how it works.
I just think
it's so sad though that it is that way.
The fact that they're doing the work for the expectation, like, okay, this is a bad take. I don't care though. The fact that you're going into the work with this entitlement of like, I'm not going to do anything unless I'm getting paid for it, instead of the passion and the love of a game. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this is a game that is not anything worth of an esport or a big game. This is like, in terms of the grander scheme of esports, this game is nothing. Like, love the game, still play the game, still cast for the game, love doing what I do, but this game is nothing.
Yeah, but you still cannot do live out of passion, you know? If you're trying to make this whole scene more professional and stuff, I think that it's totally valid to get paid, even if it's like $10, you know? Because it shows some professionally and some love to the things that you're doing, some appreciation, you know, for the things that you do. So the take of I'm not being paid because of this game is shit and no one else should get paid. No, I mean, if even if one of us gets paid because of for the things that we're doing, that is fantastic, you know.
I mean, I think it's fine,
the door
but I
open
think
for other more, you know,
I think
to get paid.
I think getting really upset over
import, just tell sinners that you want to get paid.
I really don't care that I'm not getting paid. I really don't. No, I promise. I really don't. Like,
I do. Can they pay
Yeah, but
me
why
now?
do you compare it then? They were promised to get paid.
If they were promised,
I want
I
my
get
payment
it.
then if I got
But to
promised
quit
it.
casting altogether?
Yeah, that's
Nah,
a bit. That's
That's what I'm
childish.
getting to. Before you guys like to jump down my throat before I can finish my argument.
Yeah, but because you lay out your argument the wrong way around.
Yes, because I talk like freaking Yoda. I can't help that. Like, I say my sentences backwards, and that's how it works. Like, let me get to my point, and then I can. Then everybody will understand what I'm saying.
You never get to your point, though.
Never get to the point. You told me that I go around to get to the point, but you're
I'm losing it. The point I'm making is that he is quitting casting because of this whole situation, and it's his own fault. And if you were promised to get paid, I get that. That's perfectly fine. But I feel like you're not going to continue to cast because you're not going to get paid in the future, which I think is the real reason why he's making the decision, is stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. I think that he was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna grab an ultimate and I'm gonna stop doing casting if you don't pay me because you're running my ring, blah blah blah.
The fun thing about this whole situation is Homie doesn't even have a PC that can run the game. I asked him once if he wanted to help out with casting for Evo Trackmania. He said, yeah, I need to provide the game stream for him in Discord because his PC can't run the game. Second, he thought he was gonna make a living out of casting for Trackmania, which is just not gonna happen. That's the second delusion. And third, he's thinking, yeah, a company has to pay me right this instant after I'm done casting. Guy doesn't understand the business world whatsoever.
What do you mean? I'm not getting $10 every hour directly transferred to my bank account while I'm casting already? Nah, I mean, I get what he was thinking, but it's just so weird and wrong. And he sounds very young. How old is he actually?
I don't know, but can we quickly agree on that we, like, if you do work in the game, like, let it be casting or whatever, that you should get paid for it in a perfect world. You should get paid for it. So
under certain circumstances, you know.
You can do whatever you want for free. I don't mind. But if I'm not doing the coaching for free, you know, like if I do something for someone, I want to get paid, you know, like
yeah, of course not.
It do be like that.
I mean, unless it's voluntary what you're doing.
Yes, you can. Like import can cast for free all he wants. I don't mind. But don't hate on someone who expects to get paid, has to pay bills probably with it, because apparently there's some delusion going on.
Shut the fuck up.
There's some delusion going on, and
no.
He thinks he can live full time from it. Okay, fair enough. But if you do work, you get paid for it.
You can make money off of this esport. That's the delusion. That's what I'm trying to say, is that you think that you are going to make a living off of working in this game.
Yes.
You're insane. No, you're insane.
Of course,
you're hopeful, I would say. Not insane. It's not that. It's not completely unlikely. The game is growing.
Yes,
The game is
Yeah.
growing, but not enough to start paying real life salaries.
No, of course not,
no.
but it's
Not
enough to be
yet.
like maybe, if I try my best and if
some
things work
copium.
out, maybe something
Solid
can
side
happen.
hustle, but
That's some
Yeah,
that's some
listen,
exactly.
copium.
you
Yeah,
work
it's a
to
side
get paid.
hustle.
It's pretty simple in my opinion.
Yeah, a side hustle maybe, but it's
Yeah.
nowhere close to this expectation that somehow that whatever you do in this game is somehow going to be enough to pay the bills is ridiculous.
Nah, having the expectation is stupid, but being hopeful for it that it may happen and being prepared to if it happens is not stupid. But obviously,
thing is-
thinking that it's definitely gonna happen is stupid. But things are going well, and the game is growing, and the console release is around the corner. Being
I
like,
don't-
being here, being present, doing my stuff, growing, and hoping for things to work out my way is definitely something you can do.
I
You
don't
shouldn't
think it's
expect it though.
I don't think Cam, listen, bro. I'm not saying that anybody who feels that their time is not worth paying money. I'm just saying it is a ridiculous assumption that you're going to get paid in this esport, Trackmania, the game that can't even sit afloat on its own because of its terrible payment model. You're expecting a company who can barely pay its employees, let alone allocate enough employees for their own game, and you're going to expect that they're somehow going to be able to afford paying every single caster and everything, or whatever thing that they have going on. They're going to pay you for whatever work they tell you they're going to pay you. And if you don't want to do the work in this game, yeah, okay. If you don't want to do the work without getting paid, that's your prerogative. But maybe it's just because it is because I come from a different perspective. I work in this community. I work in Evo. I do this job. It is a job first and foremost. I do a role of a community leader, a forward-facing community leader, and I don't get paid a single dime. And I don't care that I get paid a single dime. I do it for the passion and for the enjoyment of being able to have fun with my friends, be able to outreach and provide opportunities for other people. You don't see me going around and saying that, well, because I'm doing this, I expect payment for spending my free time doing something that I enjoy. I just think it's ridiculous that some people can't operate throughout their lives and doing stuff in their free time without demanding payment.
Can we stop import
No,
finally, dude?
no.
L take after L take. I can't.
No.
I can't.
Yes,
I can't.
Whatever.
okay, listen. This is something that I, as a photographer, will have to face all the time. And this is an example. And I don't know how this happened that this person got this promise contract for Nadeo to work as a caster, blah blah blah. When a company reaches you out to do work for them, you have to get paid, okay? Even if it's your biggest passion in life, even if you want to do it voluntary, if a company reaches you out, even if it's the smallest job ever in life, you have to get paid. Now, if you voluntarily go to a company and say, hey, I can do this for you, whether I'm being paid or not, that's completely fine. Your passion is one thing, your job is another thing. For work, and the work by definition is that you have to get paid. If you do things for passion, voluntary, what you're doing for Evo, amazing. But if a company reaches you out, you have to get paid. That is the thing. That is work. The other thing that you're doing, it's voluntary stuff on your free time. And your takes, at least in my opinion, no. That's because you're ruining the scene actually with that kind of mentality.
The thing
I
is
think the main
also,
problem.
I think it's just a realistic mentality.
I mean,
I think the
Nadeo
main problem
literally
is to
said
talk
they
about
were.
different things.
Sorry. Nadeo literally said they are paying the casters. So we can throw out the, you should work for this for free out of the window, in my opinion. Because Nadeo
Yeah,
already said they're
perfect.
paying the casters. So there's no discussion to be had about doing it for free.
Can we just agree on that import is an idiot? and we still love him, but
No, I mean,
No,
Yeah, sure,
I
sure.
get his
Sure,
point
I'm
whatever.
that
enjoying this now. This is what I was expecting. Go on.
the thing is that I get his point on being delusional and thinking that right now you can make a living out of casting for Trackmania. Probably not. But this situation that he's facing leads to maybe later on do the things better and get paid and actually make a living out of casting. Why not? Many people start really down and they has to reach out the letter, and now they make a living, but you cannot just say, oh, that person is stupid for thinking that. It's not stupid. It's a hope. It's a dream of someone that wants to do that.
I'm not. My gosh, you guys! I'm not saying
Re-explain
that it's
yourself,
bad.
Implot.
I'm not saying that it's bad to have dreams. I'm saying it's unrealistic to have a dream in this game. I do not see this game surviving. Is what I'm saying.
That's your opinion.
That is my
completely
opinion
fine.
because
That's
from
what
what
I'm
I see from the
saying if we're
company,
not talking about the same thing. That's
we're not talking about the same thing. I'm talking about this
Exactly.
game has a very limited shelf life. I've seen it time and time again, and from what I see from the developers and what I see right now, and what I'm hearing is not anywhere anything close to being reassuring of what people are hoping for this game. I would love to hope that it would be great. I see a way for myself to make. I do see myself a way of being able to make a living from this, but
Can you
maybe
help
not
a brother out
exactly
here?
from what you guys think. But outside of that, it's just one of those things where it's like, what I'm saying is that if you're putting all your chips into Trackmania, let alone Trackmania 2020, let me rephrase. Maybe not the Trackmania franchise. There may still be a career in that, but Trackmania 2020, a game that's 3 years old and has a limited shelf life because the company doesn't want to spend all their resources on this game.
Yeah, I get that point. That is
okay. Bet, yeah. If you wanna somehow think that you're gonna survive off this esport that's gonna die in a couple years or so, by all means. But like,
imports. I do make a living out of that game. Like,
yeah,
but
because you're a
you make
streamer.
living
That's a
out of the
streamer,
yeah, but
bro.
still,
But
You're a
not from
streamer.
real.
No, that doesn't
but
count,
still,
man.
what do you
Then you're a
mean?
streamer. You stream the game, but if you kept your if the entire Trackmania community decided to go move to another game and you moved with it, you would still maintain at least a decent portion of your community. That's a streaming thing. So yes, for right now, you sure do. But like,
Yes.
bruh.
So I don't know. Like, why wouldn't other people be able to do that? Doesn't matter what they do, but
There's such a we're talking about a limited resource here when it comes to like, this is a whole different topic. We're talking about a limited resource when it comes to streaming.
You have to separate what you're talking about, because I do understand that make a living out of the game, it's one thing. Now, make a living being a caster for the game, for the company, it's something else. I don't know if you can separate. I don't know if you see the difference.
Guys, I have a question.
Okay.
I don't know. Am I already drunk, or I don't know, but what exactly are we talking about right now again?
Oh, we're talking about the
Almost saying that he's making
get-
money off of the game by streaming. That's what he's saying.
Well, he's a streamer and now also Dingens coach for Big. Yes,
Right.
he is.
yes.
Okay.
Also get paid for it, you know? Like,
right. But you are one of how many people? Sorry.
No, of course I got very lucky in that sense, obviously,
Right.
but still I feel like you can't basically trash on someone for having the same dream in a way.
Oh, by the way, I watched, because we talked about the Dingens, the campaign. I saw someone using my emote in the stream I was watching. I think it was Granadi and Massa, and I'm really happy about that because I didn't stream for like 5 months now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You're just talking beside each other to some degree. Like, I get what the input wants to say, but this really is not really. It doesn't really have to be a discussion. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, to be honest.
I think
I
you can
respect
expect to make a living out of everything, literally.
Yeah, of course, but that's not really what Import is saying, right? Import is just literally
No.
saying that the likelihood of it being very low and that the
You
chance
guys,
of it is low.
like,
And
I really dislike this, how I'm being portrayed right now as like somebody who is just like thinking that anybody has this idea is an idiot or bad. I'm not saying maybe I misspoke earlier. Let me rephrase that. I'm saying that the expectation of getting paid is what I find ridiculous. If you're doing work and they are going to pay you money, great. That you should be expected to paid. But you doing continuing work and expecting to continue to be used and paid is what I find ridiculous. Because no job, whether you're a streamer, whether you're a coach or anything, is guaranteed. Me as an admin is not guaranteed for Evo.
Yeah,
No,
but
of
isn't
course-
that like every job
that-
in the world?
Yeah,
Right.
basically.
Yeah, but we're going this. You guys, like, good grief.
No,
How
wait,
is this hard?
wait, Import. Give me a minute. That's exactly the problem, because people think you're still talking about Quantum Deathcat, because in his case, I think we can all agree he had an agreement, right? So
Right.
obviously
Yes.
he
He
expected
should have
to
got
get
paid. I agree.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, and that's what
People think I'm not saying that. I think he should get paid.
Yeah, because it sounds weird in that sense. But obviously, in general, you can't expect to get paid. In general, you can't. But if you have an agreement for it, obviously you should get paid, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, was that hard? You guys think I literally said they shouldn't get paid? I'm not saying that. I'm saying the people.
In
Yeah, I
the
know you
very
didn't say
beginning,
that.
the way that you phrase what you were thinking.
Yeah, the thing that I
yes,
phrase
you said
everything
that.
is always weird and wacko and yada duty, whatever.
Yeah, you have to phrase yourself better when you're
I
a
love
native
your
English
words.
I'm
speaker here,
tired,
man.
bro. I'm trying to live my life.
Oh.
Like, all I'm literally, you got, like, all I was trying to say was that if you want to get paid, sure, go on and get paid. But you're betting, if you're betting all your chips in Trackmania, I think that's not the wisest thing to do. Maybe Trackmania does survive. Cool, great.
Yeah, but who are you to decide that? You know,
I'm not the one to decide that. It's my freaking opinion, bro. Like, I'm allowed to have an opinion. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it. It also doesn't mean you have to trash me for my opinion. Good grief.
Yeah, there are opinions,
but
but
Import,
they are
that's
so
why we got
bad
Armor.
opinions. And your
That's
opinion
his
is
job
kinda
today.
bad.
Like, bro, I'm allowed to have an opinion. Like, if you don't like me for my opinion, bro, that's on you. But, like, come on, to decide to just, like, turn on me just because I have an opinion that doesn't align with yours, ridiculous. This is how.
No,
This is
yeah,
why.
that's completely fine.
But that's not the thing, obviously, right? I mean, we can all agree that betting on all your chips on Trackmania, depending on your position, may be stupid. I mean, if you're Armor, for example, not all your chips is still stupid, but most of them, I mean, it's going great. You're already getting paid by it. Like, why would you not continue this? But if you're someone like QTC, where you're at the beginning of it, where you're starting to get like small payments here and there, like, you should definitely not bet your chips on Trackmania. Obviously, like, you have way better options outside of the gaming industry.
What up, Lame? I agree, by the way, shorty. I agree. I just wanted to make
Yes, I
more of a
agree.
bit.
Yeah,
Mission
I know,
achieved,
I know.
bro.
I love you.
Because it wasn't you guys. It was literally chat going off like, Import's a fucking idiot, man. He's so fucking stupid, bro.
You
I'm
gotta
like,
be
but
careful what you say, man. Okay, I
Also, it was
have a question.
unfortunate
Wait.
timing as well.
Amma,
when you
hit me.
started.
did you ever think about getting paid on this game?
like
When
No,
you first
no.
started?
No.
No.
I started streaming because I hated practicing alone, and my sleep schedule is kinda mudded to practice with other people. So I thought,
Yeah.
might as well stream, and I've maybe a few people in chat, and we can at least, I'm not alone.
Amma, did you also have those 0 viewer
Aww.
streams back then at the beginning?
No, I got lucky.
Fuck
lucky,
you.
bro. I got lucky.
like really though, like those were the,
You see, right now on the podcast we have someone that made a living out of Trackmania. The next one maybe could be you, but who knows? You have to be lucky and have a kimono. I'm just kidding.
True. Kimono daddy. No, but I gotta say, like, Kai, like, Turbo helped a lot with, like, everything. Like, I love my guy to death. And by the way, he got partnered. So, woo!
oh yeah, true. I mean, I responded obviously, but
Yeah, but still, Like,
It
my
was-
guy helped me with everything streaming related or just in general. Like, every time I had questions about it, he always helped me. Like,
He really deserved it for so much time.
yeah.
You can like his streams or not, you know, but he definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
dude. He puts his heart and soul into the game for years.
Yes,
Like,
that is true.
you gotta at least
Yeah.
respect that. Whatever you think of him as a person,
People like that deserve.
like
to be
he's an
paid.
idiot, but we all know that. But in general, dude,
Aren't we
I
all
love him.
idiots?
Yeah, we are. But that's why
No.
we're
I
here.
mean, the grind pays off, and the consistency pays off. That is
Yes,
the key
yes,
for
yes.
everything, basically. If you ever try to make a living out of anything, put on some grind, put on some consistency, and you will see how
Yeah.
it will give you something back.
Speedy, is that public information, or should we not talk about that?
I think it's mostly public information.
We need Turbo on the chat to.
Yeah.
Kim,
Maybe we
I'm not
don't.
mad at you. It's just like I don't know, bro. I got overwhelmed. Let's put it that way. Easily overwhelmed because I'm was molding. But it was just like I was trying to make a point, and everybody's like, "You're a fucking idiot," and I'm just like,
Hey,
whoa,
I didn't
whoa,
say
whoa.
anything. And Arma's just doing his job. He's just really good at getting you worked up. Just
Bro,
Arma can see right through
trust
you. He
me.
knows exactly which buttons
Okay.
to press.
Real talk. I really do like Trackmania. I really do love the game. I'm not saying this to backtrack. I'm saying this because I really mean it, and I want the game to do freaking well. But I am very critical of my surroundings and what I see, if it wasn't obvious already. And so for me, when I see things that haven't been looking good, and I can't reveal all of them, sorry, I can't. But when I see things that I find concerning, I see red flags. And when I see red flags, it means that I need to diversify my interests. So that's all I was saying in a way. And I just think that you shouldn't have all your eggs in one basket. If you feel that you want to make a career off of Trackmania, I feel free. Like, I'm not going to say that you're stupid for doing so. I'm just saying that you really should be wise in the decisions that you make in terms of how you go about that, because you can't be Amaterasu getting a head coaching role and also having a decent stream following and making money from that. You can't be Turbo, who gets Twitch partnership from grinding literally days, years, and months and back and forth and all that, and then not even getting a TMGL casting job this stage, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Insane that no org decided to pick him up. It pisses me off that nobody picked him up, but like, it's just insane. Like, if you were that person, you deserve everything good going your way. Ama, like, I'm happy for you. I'm super happy for you. I never said that I wasn't happy for you. I'm happy for you. But
Appreciate it.
But hey, at least we have
Appreciate
Oda block
it.
casting
Yeah,
and comedic relief from that, so
yeah,
win-win,
we
right?
have Oda block. Yeah, I mean, look, if Oda block can be successful, look, what does my opinion matter? Honestly, like, come on, really mad.
Huh? Okay.
What?
Good.
No,
Yeah,
we're
if
good.
Oda block
guess,
can be
I don't know.
successful, then literally everybody can, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
everybody
The
can be
G1 guy,
successful.
or
Yeah, the
am I-
G1 guy.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, if Oda block can be successful, so can anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there are a lot of very big streamers that I just don't really get how they are. You know, I just don't like them. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. You know, I respect that.
So, all right, now that everybody's hopefully no longer mad at me.
No.
Hopefully, no one took you out of context to put it.
Listen,
Nobody
listen.
took me out of
Import. We had the best content the last 10 minutes. Okay, all of this episode.
Yes,
so
actually,
And
it was
it's
all
gonna be
worth
the
it.
best content, and people are only gonna clip the bad parts and then post that all over Twitter. I see it
Good,
coming.
good,
Let's go.
good.
Good. Yeah, whatever, bro. That being said, I'm still looking for casting opportunities.
you're not.
After
you're
that.
Okay, that's the end of the podcast. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, all
But I'm
right.
also looking for casting opportunities.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
looking
okay. Nice.
for bathroom.
You know what?
opportunities
Shameful,
right now.
guys. Shameful.
I can't.
Like,
This
really?
actually, no cap. The reason why I actually don't really care if like people approach me or not, because I make my own casting job with XP Evo. So
Wow.
who needs casting jobs
But
when you just make your own events?
I mean, fair, I guess. You know, I guess that's fair.
Like, who needs casting opportunities when you just make your own events? But yeah.
What happened to Cupra? People are
Yeah,
asking in the
Cooper
chat.
drama. I just
I
see
can
Cooper
like
drama.
quickly sum it up. There's a like Kubra is sponsoring a big LAN tournament, as far as I know, and there's only French-speaking players allowed to play in, which are like Monaco, like France, Switzerland.
Bonjour, je m'appelle
Yeah,
Shorty.
Yes.
and the prize pool is like 10k, so it's
Acceptez.
fairly
What?
massive. Yeah. It's fairly
what?
massive. 10k.
It's less than matches competition, so I
Oh,
wouldn't care.
Yeah, but I don't get the drama behind it that it's like strictly for French, because in my opinion it makes sense.
I mean, if it's their decision, to be fair, it's
Yes.
still kind of shitty for us, right?
Guys,
I mean,
make a German tournament and only have German speakers in there. It's your power.
I wouldn't make a drama about it, but I would be pissed.
Can
Yeah,
we make
Granadi
it
was
Vivo
pissed.
only for the
Yeah, of
Germans?
course he's pissed. You know, of course he is. But it's fair game. It's their decision. It's their tournament. I hate it still myself as well, but you can't really make drama out of it.
No.
I mean,
So
there is also
that was it. Sarah
You
Krauser,
also-
I hope you win.
you know with these kind of region locks, most of it is also just bureaucracy and legal stuff for like the main part. Like they don't always just do it because we hate Germans. That's not really kind of the case. They just do it because having it in different countries is always kind of difficult with laws and stuff like that. So that definitely must play some role, at least, probably. But yeah, I would like to play that. I want those 10k, but not French.
But I don't know. I'm reading in the chat. I don't think that it's a drama. That's completely
No.
fair.
I don't think it's drama.
I
They can do
didn't see
whatever
any
they
it's
drama
want
not
on
with
just
that.
Twitter
you guys
either.
make drama out of everything. You have to discriminate good drama, you know?
Yeah.
I don't
If there
think it's
would be real
drama.
drama about it, I would have seen it on Twitter. Like my Twitter
yeah.
timeline is giving me drama any day. Like it literally gives me drama out of different communities that I don't even care about. All of a sudden, like, huh? Why do I get this drama? I don't even follow this. Hello.
Can I
So-
create some drama? No, but it's not actually drama. But I read on Twitter, someone posted that the people that cheated on video games should be in jail. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, jail is a little
In
bit
jail,
harsh,
yes.
you know, but
No.
there should be laws against it potentially. I can
No.
agree with that.
No. Well, it depends on what type of cheating we're talking about.
Yes.
I was thinking that
If we're talking like issue with games code to allow them to cheat that way, then no. You need to fix your gaming. You need to fix a code in your game. But if we're talking
like match fixing or something,
Yeah, then yes.
then it's a different topic in my opinion.
Yeah, but
because
that
in
already
Korea,
happens.
that's legal. That's like a legal issue. In Korea, they already fine people and send people to jail for match fixing. So
Yeah, makes sense though.
yeah, that makes
I
sense,
can
but-
give a little bit of context on this because I read the tweet as well. It was from Face Nick Merckx. He was complaining about being cheated in matchmaking in Call of Duty for like 20 hours straight or something. Like, we all know Call of Duty's anti-cheat is garbage. Complain to Activision, don't complain to lawmakers, because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, bro is molding.
He's just
That's it.
molding.
I just
Mulder
read the tweet
recognizes
and I thought that
Mulder,
it was
bro.
interesting.
Yeah, that's just some copium, bro. Because he lost games, that doesn't deserve legal action.
What happened to doping? Well, they are doing doping tests in the big tournaments and especially LAN tournaments, so you can't really dope anymore. So there's that. And apparently people abide by it. Supposedly. Right? I mean, there was this one big scandal with Adderall, and then they banned it, and since then they are doing
true.
drug tests, and we never heard of it again. I mean, what else? What else? I mean, what kind of doping would you use for esports otherwise? Gaming boosters. Nah, I don't know. I think doping in esports is. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it's really a big topic. At least since they banned Adderall and do some drug tests. That
They
seems
should
to
do
kind of
drug
fix the
tests.
issue.
I mean, there will always be performance enhancement drugs in like every sport, so it's up to the organizers and whatnot to control it. But there will always be. Doesn't matter which
I mean, of
profession.
course, I will always try my. I mean, not I specifically, but people will always.
Yeah.
I'm not even competing anymore, so it's fine. But obviously, you have to understand that people will always try to find a way around rules, or like not always bypass, but like find the best way to use the rules in their advantage, and that's just part of the game to some degree. Like with CS:GO, you always have those kind of like stacks, for example. I don't know what the map was called, where people were like saying, yeah, but this is a glitch, shouldn't be allowed or used. But I mean, it's part of the game. If I find it, or like cuts in Trackmania maps. I mean, most tournaments have rules clearly stating that cuts aren't allowed, and you can only drive the road that was meant to be driven in that way. That usually works, but there were also tournaments back then that didn't have that rule. And I, for example, on a certain Giant Cup edition, found a cut, and I used it in match when people weren't happy, but there wasn't a rule against it. And I still lost because I wasn't trained, so it didn't matter. But afterwards, they added a rule against it.
So you never changed because you did the same in the 24-hour race a few months
What do
ago.
you mean? They're also gonna. No, but sometimes you have to point at the issue for the issue to never happen again. And back then it already worked, and for the 24-hour race, I'm fairly certain it's also gonna never happen again. So without talking about the actual thing, how about we look at the positives and say, hey, at least it's never gonna be done again.
So you just were doing contribution to investigation of certain stuff that could happen in the future. They just managed to do it.
Yeah, but okay, we're not gonna talk about the 24-hour race incident in detail, at least not today. But
Another day.
From our perspective, just from our perspective, it was a really fucked up situation. Let's just at least say that. Did we do everything right? No, but it did we were put in a bad spot there. Really, we were put in a very difficult position.
Totally. You could just not do it,
Yeah, but how likely is it gonna then taken serious, Armor? And at what point was it too much? Man, why do we don't have to talk about this at all? Fuck you, Armor. I know what you're doing.
Hi.
I'm not import. I'm not getting onto this.
Yeah. Sure.
Wow. All right. Well, we're done. Podcast is over. I'm being told we need to wrap
No, Marina,
up.
maybe at the point you got caught, that's exactly what we did, though. That's exactly what we did. And we already planned to stop beforehand already.
Wrap it up, import. Otherwise, Shorty will never stop.
Yeah, but
shut up, Shorty.
You can't give me the topic.
You're trying to take over my job.
Yeah, please.
Shorty, shut up, bro. This is my job to mauled. I'm already still angry. All right. Thank you guys for joining yet another wonderful, entertaining podcast. Blah blah blah. If you liked what we said, great. Let us know. If you didn't like it, I don't care.
Wait. We have to say something. All the opinions that were said on this podcast.
All the opinions that were said on this podcast were not the opinions that were reflective of Evo as a whole or any other community in Trackmania. The opinions are of my own, blah, 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 something, yada, yada, yada. Meow.
And take it lightly.
Take my opinions lightly. I do not think everybody who wants to make money in Trackmania is a moron.
A bit late for that input.
Whatever.
Shouldn't have said that before.
Let it go.
All I said was that some people who think they can make a living, it needs to like at least like double check their resources. But like, hey,
I'm gonna make it
still
living
a
out of
thing, but
Trackmania.
whatever. I will still stand by
Make
that.
it lame. I believe in you.
But whatever. Anyways, you're all gonna be poor.
Already am.
What?
You're all gonna
He
stay
has
poor.
to have the last word. It's actually
I
insane.
do. It
We
It's
is.
need to
actually
get
I
insane.
him
do.
Ego
deported.
import, dude.
Ego
Holy
import.
shit.
Bro, how do you think I have this job? Hello?
Which job? Do you get paid for it?
I don't care if I get paid for it.
Not
Is
yet.
it a
It is
job?
not a job.
It's a job.
It's a voluntary stuff.
I have a role in
Hobbies.
in a verein, so yes, it is a job.
Mhm.
Just one that I volunteer for. Easy.
I'm a volunteer.
All right, I just say thank you everybody for listening, and I'm done.
Yes, we're done.
Marina.
All right, you guys have a good evening. We'll see you next week. I won't be here. You all can celebrate. Boo bye.